Good afternoon. My name is Vincent Williams, and today I'd like to share with you a few safety tips on how to conduct yourself when you're being pulled over by the policeman. These tips may prove to be vital in saving your life and helping you move about your day in an expeditious way. I hope that you will take these tips and apply them, and hopefully this will be a plan for you in the event that you were pulled over. First off, I like to demonstrate on a tinted window car and a non-tinted window car. This is the tinted window car, as you can see. When you were pulled over, what I've had to do on two occasions with the recent events, I've been pulled over twice. When pulled over, I find a safe spot to pull over to, somewhere that is not congested with traffic, but in a populated area, so that someone can see me and as this takes place. I turn the car off, and as the officer walks up to the car, I let all the windows down in the tinted window vehicle. I have also equipped myself in both cars with a clear plastic visor that to keep me from reaching and keeping my hands in sight of the officer at that time. The clear visor is on my sun visor, located on my sun visor. As you can see here, it's nothing fancy. It's just a document protector with the documents, my registration, my insurance, and my title right here for the officer. On this side of it, I keep my license up there. Having these things readily available and keeping you from reaching in places keeps the officer at calm. When he approaches the car and he sees that all the windows are down, that de-escalates the threat or of a possible threat. He feels safer, you'll feel safer. You're showing him that you're not a threat, and that you're not going to perceive him to be a threat. When he asks for the required documentation, I simply unfasten these things, my straps, and I give him the documentation. The documentation in here, I've already told you what it is: up to date and accurate insurance, registration, and proof of title. Once he is conducted and seen these documents, I'll put them back up here. Again, my hands are in plain sight at all times. I'm not reaching, I'm not going and looking in the glove box, in which most people keep their documentations there in the glove box. Here, these are simple shin guard straps that I went and purchased at a local sporting goods store to keep the documents up here. I will refasten these things, these straps, I do apologize, just refastening my straps. And there, it's back in place. On the other side, I put my driver's license back here, or you can put your driver's license in the document protector. What I'd advise you to do if you are alone, you can call 911 and let them know, hey, I've just been pulled over by a local policeman or a state trooper. If you can identify which has pulled you over, find a safe location to pull over, have your documentation ready. If you do not have a clear see-through plastic visor or document protector, make the attempt to go ahead and reach for those things prior to the officer coming up. If you don't feel that you have the time to do that, ask permission, keeping your hands in sight. Ask the officer for permission and let him know where your documentation is. Let him know at that time, I don't own a weapon. I just want to make it home safely, just as you do, officer.